Hey guys, happy 4th of July. I know everybody's like kind of up in arms about the whole Donald Trump, America's tribute, whatever, but being a veteran, I can honestly tell you there is a whole lot to be said when our commander-in-chief has not been a veteran or does not understand the whole purpose of the armed forces. It's the 4th of July. Many guys are deployed. Some of them are in A school, tech school, whatever school you're going to be at, depending on how you got there. So instead of spending time honoring the troops and honoring those that have fallen on this day of independence, you have them working. They're working. I don't know what y'all saw, but what I saw in D.C. was people in uniform moving military equipment. So they're not out grilling with their families. They're not barbecuing. They're not laying back, resting their feet, getting ready to chill because who knows when their next damn deployment's going to be. They're out paying tribute to America. They pay tribute to America every single day when they put their uniform on, when they put their boots on, when the possibility of a deployment comes down, when they volunteer for a different school, when they sit there and leave their families for 1 week in a month, 2 weeks a year, 365 tours, 6-month tours, 9 months at sea. Every day, someone who has an ID and those who, be it active, guard, reserve, or retired, they pay tribute to this country. If you want to pay tribute to America, Jack, leave the troops alone on days when they're home and should be spending time with their family. This ain't civilians you got out here working. These are American soldiers who don't know when the next proxy war is going to be fought with their blood. Everybody talks about the whole Kremlin thing. Do y'all not realize that the last time we had a parade of heroes, quote unquote, it tore the streets to pieces. The tank tracks and all the cars and everything else that they used tore the roads to pieces. Russia does crap like that. And I'm not saying a military parade isn't something to honor, but it has never been it's about a show of power. It's about an ego stroke. Hitler did stuff like that. The Russians, the Chinese, we don't do things like that. If it is, it's a rare occasion that we do something to show military might and power on our own soil. Today should be a day that all the troops are at home relaxing. Those non-essentials that aren't guarding the bases, that aren't manning intelligence equipment, that aren't guarding prisoners of war, or aren't in Afghanistan, Iraq, or unknown locations serving our country. The ones on American soil should not be preparing for a parade on the 4th of July. I don't know what y'all thinking, but that's the most disrespectful shit you could do to a soldier right now. Airman, Marine, sailor, whatever you want to call them. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of resources. And the biggest resources it's a waste of is time. You're taking away from troops. I don't give a damn if they did volunteer. I don't give a damn if supervisors did sit there and say, hey, you'll get a day off here and a day off there. That's not the point. I think it was George W. Bush Sr. that would schedule his trips around holidays so his Secret Service agents could be home with their families. That's thinking about your people, not your ego. Y'all keep sitting there being hush-hush about stuff. Something's wrong right now. Something's disconnected. And if we don't start looking at it that way, it's going to be a complete issue. You're going to wake up and wonder what the hell happened to democracy? What the hell happened to those who sat there and fought for freedom? What happened to those who respected it? Some of our greatest presidents were military veterans. Some of them. And now we aren't saying anything. We're too busy thinking about, oh, what's the next tweet, or what you should be preparing for this next election, like this next congression. The Congress and our president should be worried about whether or not they're going to be in office next year by our vote or their next term. They should be sweating bullets. They don't care because they're sitting there knowing that the populace is sheep. And we're more worried about Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Game of Thrones, anything to keep us at bay. Because what you're not thinking about is what the Greeks and Romans used to do when it came to unrest. They would sit there and have games to take their mind off of the politics. They would have murderous events to take the populace's mind off the politics. And before they knew it, they had no control over their country. They had no say in what goes on in their house, their homeland. They couldn't defend themselves. Their guns were taken. Everything was taken. And then freedom just became a word, not a thing. Re-education of a nation, guys. Think with this, not with these. Happy 4th of July. Peace.